Lowcountry Lunatics with your hosts, Chef Giuseppe from Apostoli Specialty Foods and New York Nick. Two damn Yankees headed down south for the winter, but you just couldn't get them to leave. They're here to stay every Friday on Talkshop Live.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm your host, Chef Giuseppe. We're here live with the Lowcountry Lunatics podcast. I was kidnapped in the Bahamas. I was in contention for a Grammy nomination, got hit by a truck, had 2 spinal surgeries, got charged with attempted murder, and here we are. I'm slinging sauce in the South. And I got my special guest here, Mr. New York Nick, with us. He's going to tell us about all his escapades and his shenanigans. Hey, Nick, let me ask you something, bro. Have you ever been hit with a wooden spoon?
Do bears poop in the woods? My mom was like an old Western gunslinger with every kitchen utensil she owned. This was back in the day, folks. I mean, today, the things I see today, look, kids get away with murder today. I mean, can we go down this road?
Sure. Yeah.
Me, my mom didn't play. My mom raised 3 kids alone. That woman didn't mess around. There was no back talk and there was no discussion. Mom said X, Y, Z. That was the end of the story. And here's another one. You didn't get a choice what you ate. Whatever hit the table,
that's it. Yeah.
That's it. This is it. And you didn't take your fork and pick at it and go, Mom, what is this? And what is this? And there's peas in it. My mom said, you eat it or you go to bed. That's it. And then you know what was for breakfast the next day, right? The dinner you didn't eat the night before. Yeah. So yeah, did I get hit with a wooden spoon? Yeah, I got the marks. I got the whip marks to prove it on the back. So yeah.
Backhands in the grocery store. Like, these kids don't realize how good they got it.
I'll tell you something else. If you ran away from your mom, one of the neighbors would hip check you and knock you back into her again. And nobody freaked out. That was normal. So yeah.
Just another day. Yeah. No,
another day in Brooklyn. Yeah. My mother's name. You ready for this? My mother's name, Cookie. That was her name. Swear to God. My mother's name was Cookie. So they be in the store. They be in Joe's Busy Corner of Brooklyn, and you know, one of the other ladies be like, Cookie, I got him for you.
Get over here. I'll give you a fresh one.
I swear to God. You know, it's the gospel truth.
Yeah, there was. You know, life was different back then. Growing up as an Italian, especially. I don't know if it's all families or if it's just an Italian thing, but I mean, I got hit with the cordless phones, the curling irons, the rolling pins, the belt, of course. You know, when the belt came out, now you know it's serious.
See, you just said cordless phones. See, I'm a little older than you. We had the phone with this thing, with this.
Yeah.
Except this thing was like 47 feet long. Like my mother walked the whole apartment with the cord. That was she'd swing that thing like a lasso. Wham! I got hit. Yeah, I got hit with everything. And you know what? Probably deserved it.
Yeah.
Probably, but you know what that did? That made me a master criminal. I was like this. Hey, I ain't gonna get caught next time.
Right. You start sticking around. We got to get better at hiding this shit. Yeah. But it always came back around. You were never safe for long, you know?
No. And okay, look, no internet, no cell phones, no beepers. Like I told you, there was that one rotary phone with the cord, right? And yet somehow my mother knew exactly what I did before I got home. Like if I did something at 5:30 in the evening, by the time I got home at 7 o'clock, she goes, you know, I got a phone call from Antoinette across the street. She saw you in the schoolyard. I was like this. You know what I mean? I couldn't get away. I couldn't get away with nothing.
Right. And I see kids now in the grocery store, like knocking shit over, you know, they don't care. And the parents are just ignore them. They don't say nothing. I would have gotten my ass beat if I ever did some of this stuff.
I'm reading some of the comments over here. Lottie, we're gonna get to the book. I see you. Dora, what's a beeper? You're hysterical. Corey, good morning. And I agree with you. Kids today, don't get me started. I'll eat up the whole podcast talking about kids today. God bless you all for being there. Thank you for your support and the energy.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you all. We love you. Spread the word.
That's right.
We hear what comes out of our mouths, because I have no clue what's coming next. I don't even know. You think this is rehearsed? No.
No, not at all. This is on the fly, you know. We just got inspired and said, let's blast this thing out there. Let's talk about some real stuff here. Let's get to the Italian food. The food up north. Every corner there's an Italian deli in New Haven and in New York. The whole street dedicated to pizza. Worcester Street Pizza, like world famous. I come down here, it's like Olive Garden. Like that's Italian down here. And dipping pizza in ranch.
Okay. I'm going to start this. I'm going to say, when I say okay, put your seatbelt on. Okay. So, no disrespect.
Right.
And when an Italian says no disrespect, you're about to get hit with an avalanche of disrespect. but we say no disrespect. We'd be nice about it. No disrespect. But get ready. About to disrespect you. So I love Charleston. That's no joke. I love living in Charleston.
It's a dream.
I love living in Charleston. I lived in Brooklyn 5 decades, my whole life. I love living in South Carolina. I do. There's things about New York and Brooklyn that I miss. Food is one of them. And I'll tell you, I'm in Charleston now 7 years, and everybody goes, you got to go here, you got to go there. They got this is good, this is good. Look, no disrespect. It's okay. It ain't that good. Listen, I'm going to do this favor for you. Food down here is okay. It's not good. It's okay. I've had 1 or 2 meals that knocked me on my ass. I'll tell you that. But in general, and the other thing is, things down here close at like 8:30 at night. I'm not used to this. If I want Chinese food at 3 a.m., I used to get up and go get Chinese food at 3 a.m. I never looked at what time it was. Now here, after 9 o'clock, I got the Waffle House and I got Walmart. That's it. That's my options after 9 o'clock at night. I got Waffle House or Walmart. That's a culture shock. What do you want? You want pizza? Pizza's 24/7.
Right.
There's no such pizza's and options.
Dozens of them. Yeah.
Any ethnic food you want. You go to that part of town. You want Indian food, you go to Little India. You want Tibet food, you go to Little Tibet. You want Thai food, you go to Little Thai. You understand? You go to Little Italy. You go. Yeah. You had the ethnic and 24/7. That's a big culture shock for me. That's a big one for me. I'll give you another one. Wait a minute. I'm reading your comments over here. Yeah, people, feel free to ask questions.
And we'll try to get to them as we go here. We're flying by the seat of our pants, guys. So
I'll tell you something else. Big culture shock for a New York Italian when you move down south. No disrespect. I'm gonna say that before I say everything. Yeah, no disrespect, man. You people can't make left turns. You have no idea. You have no idea when you're driving how to make a left turn.
No blinkers either.
Decoration.
Right.
You don't know what a turn. Apparently, that's not part of the road test down here. You don't need to click the light, the blinking light. And then when you people make left turns, you need about 1.5 miles clearance before you actually attempt the left. In New York, you just go. You just
right.
Because if you wait for somebody to let you in, you're gonna age out into retirement because nobody's letting you in. So you gotta make the left.
Just do it. Just
down here, you people, you don't make the left and merge. I mean, look. I'll give you one more. Even when you make a right turn, and you make a right turn from a single lane to a 3-lane road, you people go all 3 lanes in one turn.
Right.
That's how you do it, people. Make the right turn and then slowly work your way over. You guys, how do you ever get to where you're going? Apparently, nobody has to be anywhere at any specific time down here. You kind of
no rush. No.
Yeah, we get there when we get
there. Hey, I've been hit 4 times. I've never hit anything, but I've been hit 4 times. T-bone, fender bender, little tiny ones. But then, I got hit by a diesel truck at 60 miles an hour. The guy was on his phone. I'm on a red light, and it almost crippled me.
Yes.
Shit.
Mariana, Italian moms are tough, but Nona. All right, this one goes out to Mariana. My Nona came from a different era, she was born, look, don't be mad at me, the exact birthday of her, it's like 19 teens, my Nona was born, right? Maybe 1920, maybe, right? When Nona was born. She comes from a whole different time. Nona didn't play. And Nona, she was old already by the time she was 36. You understand what I mean? By the time she was 36 years old, she was ancient. I'll show you a picture at 36. You think you're looking at a 110-year-old woman. She had her folding chair. Do you people know what I'm talking about when I say folding chairs? And she'd sit on the stoop. You guys know what a stoop is? Stoop's your front stairs. But in Brooklyn, they were made out of like stone. So like if you slipped and fell, you had to get stitches. There was no
right.
forgiveness when your face hit a stoop. So Nona's got a folding chair. She's sitting on a stoop. If we did something bad, and again, I told you a minute ago, Nona would know I did something bad 4 blocks away because all the old ladies would just tell Mary. Nona's name was Mary. My mother's name's Cookie. Tell Mary, Nikki boy's over here doing X, Y, Z. So now I'd be walking down the street and my Nona goes, Nikki boy, come here. That's all she had to say to me. I knew I was getting hit. Now listen, Nona didn't get off the chair. She don't stand up and get off the chair. Nikki boy, come here.
Yeah, come here. I'm gonna slap you.
In English. She's going like this. Nikki boy, come here. And I'm like this. No. Now I got a choice. So now she goes, you come here now, or it's twice as bad later. So I gotta walk over. To this little old Italian lady sitting in a folding chair to get one upside the head.
Yeah. Hey, when I used to take the bread, the Italian bread, and before the sauce was ready on a Sunday, I'd go there and I'd be dipping it out of the pot, and out of nowhere, Nona would come, hey, Giuseppe, get your hands out of that,
Yes.
I miss those days though, man, like family dinners on Sundays, we don't do that no more. Like, I moved away from my family and now it's like somebody's eating over here, somebody's eating over there, nobody's eating together no more.
My Nona had a little teeny apartment. We all did. There's no big apartments in New York City. Every apartment's this big. So Nona had this little teeny apartment. Every Sunday, but before the sun rose, right? She's starting on the sauce. She's making 800 meatballs. She's got a hunk of pork, a hunk of beef. She's got a big slab of bone in there, like a soup bone.
Pinolis for dessert.
She's making this sauce. And we would go to church. I was an altar boy. And we go to church and we'd always go to the 10 a.m. mass. 10 a.m. mass, let's out at 11. And then me and my mom and my brother, we'd walk to Nona's house. Nona's was around the corner from the church. And on the way to Nona's house, we make 2 stops. We go to DeLuca Brothers Pastries.
Right.
And these are like, listen, people. People. Pastry. You go, oh, this is delicious pastry. I go, yeah, okay. No disrespect. Yeah, okay. Delicious pastry. My ass. DeLuca Brothers. All they did, the whole family was make pastry. That was all they did. And they made it right there. You go to DeLuca Brothers for whatever, a Shvili Bell we had, a St. Joseph Zeppel we had, a cannoli. Everybody knows cannolis, but there's a lot more to Italian pastry than cannolis.
Anjanette's, yeah.
Neapolitans,
right.
There's a lot more to Italian pastry, but all right, cannoli. And then we get 2 loaves of semolina bread, not just Italian bread, semolina bread.
They don't even have Italian bread here in the stores.
No, don't see again. No disrespect. Don't start.
Right.
No.
They got sourdough.
If you're lucky on a good day. So I get the 2 Italian breads. By the time I left the DeLuca Brothers Bakery to Nona's house, it's a block and a half. Half of one of the loaves of semolina Italian bread was gone.
You're eating on the way there.
Gone. It was history. It was over. It was done. It was gone.
You come back with the crumbs.
But they knew it. I mean, look, hey, listen, that I wouldn't get in trouble for that. That was sort of the
expected.
No, that was the tax for sending
right.
You know, the 7th grade Nicky boy to the bakery. That was listen, I'm eating half a loaf of time bread. That's how this works. Oh, because you couldn't eat back then. Saturday night, you couldn't eat sundown till you went to Catholic church the next day and received. Listen, I don't even know if you people know what I'm talking about.
I sure do.
You weren't allowed to eat because you were going to get the Eucharist. This is Catholic.
Yeah.
You were going to get the Eucharist in the 10 a.m. Mass. So your body had to be
empty
to receive God.
Yep.
Hey, Giovanna, what's up? Mariana, ¿qué pasa? I'm reading in the chats. You guys ask questions if you want. Hey, listen, talking about all this food. I'm hungry. I got back from the gym. Give me a second. I got to show you what I did over here. I'm about to carb load. Watch. Let me show you what I did. I just got out of the gym. I'm depleted. I got fresh from the garden.
Oh, boy.
This is called Basinigol. Now, all you're going to go, what the heck is Basinigol? You call it basil. We call it basilico. Basinigol from the garden. This is if you eat that dry stuff, I'm not talking to you. Don't show me a plastic jar with mystery powder in it. We don't do that here.
No.
So I got the basil from the garden. Yeah. You can't. It's ridiculous. All right. This is a hunk of Lowcountry cheese. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. It's Parmesan cheese, Lowcountry cheese. This right here, my paisan, Chef Giuseppe. Oh, by the way, this is how I get paid. I get paid in tomato sauce. You guys think I'm kidding? I get paid in tomato sauce.
Lifetime supply.
Yeah, well, I need a raise. So what I got here today, for the first time, Nikki T is going to try Chef Giuseppe's tomato basil sauce today. So now, my nonna and my mom, if they knew I was eating sauce out of a jar, come on, let's be real. If my nonna and my mom knew I was eating sauce out of a jar, they would disown me. Right now, they're flipping over in the grave. But I will tell you people this. And it's not because me and Chef Giuseppe are paisans. This is good. This is really, really good. So I got here. I made a little baked ziti here. Not baked ziti. Sorry, I cooked a little ziti earlier. Nice and hot.
Hey, people don't understand. I got to tell people to look at it. Like this sauce that you get in the grocery stores, they're cooking theirs for like 20 minutes, capping it, and see you later, right? This year, what I was doing everything by hand. I was chopping the basil by hand, and these batches would cook for 6-7 hours. You know, like we did on Sundays. You know, we'd start early in the morning, and we'd be eating about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That was dinner time.
I need 2 more minutes. I'm doing this correctly over here.
Hey, take your time. I'm going to answer some of these questions. Look at this. How long did it take to write the book? 7 months. It took about 7 months to write the book. I started documenting this. Like when I got into the commissary kitchen and I started getting the products out into the stores, you know, I said, you know what? I got to document how I did this, how this is all happening. And then I started going all the way back to the beginning, you know, my life story. And it turned out, you know, the book ended up being like my testimony, how I, you know, got into the sauce business, how I found faith. Look at that. Oh, wow. Yo, that you got to take a picture of that. I wish I could do a snapshot right now. That looks beautiful.
Stop
Manja.
It. Everybody stop it right now.
Just stop what you're doing here. I got to cue the music.
Here we go.
Let me tell you something. I'm starving.
That's stupid. This is people.
The real deal.
People. This is ridiculous. This is look. I don't want no disrespect.
No disrespect. Hey, I'm not gonna say anything bad about the other companies out there.
No disrespect.
but there's a reason why this one's on the top shelf, you know?
People, you gotta listen.
And that's just a snack. That's just a snack.
It's, like I said, I'm gonna stop eating now because I won't stop. That's how good that is. That's ridiculous. And I just left the gym. I just left the gym.
Yeah, you gotta fuel that thing. Yeah,
Just left the gym, and I got my espresso.
Got to.
Salute.
Salute.
So,
are the recipes in the jars family recipes? Yes, they sure are. Yeah, my grandmother was originally from my nonna, from Naples, Italy. And so this is the sauce, like the classic Italian red sauce was the first one I came out with. That was her recipe. I'm the first knucklehead to write it down and start commercializing it and making a brand out of it. But yeah, my whole family cooked this kind of sauce. This is what we did. Every holiday we're having this, same lineup.
well, I'm sorry. Look, you talk too long. I gotta. You were talking too long. That's
Hey, when did you get down here? When did you get down to South Carolina?
7 years ago, 2019.
Okay.
2019. I'm not going to get into politics. I won't. I really won't. I might. No, I won't. I won't get into politics. Something else. When you come from up north and you come down here to Charleston. I'm getting used to it now.
Yeah.
Y'all talk too slow. Just get to it. Whatever it is, you got it. Like the formality and the pleasantries and the hello and the how are yous and the how was your morning. I'm like, look, I got somewhere to be. Even if I got nowhere to be, I got somewhere to be. What do you want? Come on.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Get to the point. Yeah, let's go.
What is it? Please. I got things to do. You bump into somebody, like you run to the store. I'm not going to say what store. I run to the grocery store. I figure I'm going to be 20 minutes. And they bump into somebody. I'm like, I'm trapped.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah.
I'm stuck now. I can't get out.
Change my plans. Change the plans.
I got to get to my phone, clear my afternoon. Nope, delete that. Delete that. Because I bumped into this guy and he wants to tell me like more information than I give a shit about.
Right. His dog took a shit on the neighbor's lawn,
So people, just let's get to the point, people. And, and God bless you. Oh, and you know what else you learn when you come down here from up north? What is it? I'm going to say it.
Bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
Yeah, we just say God bless.
No. See, I heard bless your heart is
derogatory.
Yes.
It's like,
yes.
You could go.
Yeah, but the first time somebody said it to me, I said, "Oh, how nice," and then somebody else said, he just told you to go after yourself. I said, "I'm gonna kill that guy." Oh, wait a minute. Speaking of killing a guy.
Oh yeah.
Story.
Boy. All the people in the world I've owed money to. I've owed money. As an alcoholic, you start writing checks your ass can't cash. And But here's a guy, I was delivering paint. I had a little paint distribution company. This guy owed me $70 for 3 months. And I got drunk one time and he calls me and I said, "Hey, you got my money?" He's like, "No, I ain't going to give it to you." So we start having this verbal fight. I'm like, "I'm going to come there right now and beat your ass." He says, "All right, well, come on." Now, mind you, the shop is 8 miles away. It's pouring rain out. I've got about a liter of Jack Daniels in me. And my wife is like, "You're not going anywhere." She saw me grab the hammer. I was grabbing the hammer and I'm headed out the door. She's like, No. I'm taking those keys. You ain't driving nowhere. So I decide I'm going to walk 8 miles in the rain to go kill this guy with a hammer. 3 miles into it, I'm cutting through a neighborhood now because I'm tired. It's 3 miles, 3 miles in. And there was a swamp and a puddle, what looked like a puddle. That puddle was about 8 feet deep. I went down. My shoes got stuck in the mud. I pulled myself out by a vine, right? Crying. I got 2 brand new cell phones in my pocket, right? Like, if I needed $70 that bad, why do I have 2 phones? And I had to walk back 3 miles barefoot on the train tracks. Did not get my $70. I said, have it. You know.
That's back in the days when we were making poor choices and decisions.
Right.
We don't think like that anymore.
No.
So people, please, whoever's, feel free to ask us questions about absolutely anything. It could be about food. It could be about, I don't know, Italian culture. It could be about absolutely anything in the world. Yeah, Mia, we ship all over the U.S. Talk about the book. Bina wants to hear about the book. Chef Giuseppe.
Okay. So the book, it's my life story. It's my testimony. It's like what it was like, what happened, and what it's like now. My journey going from being in contention for a Grammy nomination, getting hit by a truck, having 2 spinal surgeries, getting charged with attempted murder. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and and leading up to the sauce business, getting into all these stores, but then outgrowing my production capacity because I'm doing everything by hand. I'm ladling the sauce into each jar. I'm wrapping the jars with labels. 15 stores, that was as much as I could do. And I'm taking all these cases and put them in the back of my Honda Accord, driving all over the state to deliver this stuff. And it just wasn't. I couldn't keep up anymore. I got a order from 59 Food Lions. How the hell am I going to do that with a ladle? You can't do it. So I had to scale the business. And long story short, the end of this book, I'm looking at properties. Because I want to vertically integrate the business, grow the crops, right? Harvest them, process them there, right on the facility, right on this 1,700 acre piece of land where we could have animal rescue, dogs. My wife is big into dogs. Help the veterans, help people in recovery, have it be like a sanctuary, this big community where people could come together, eat great Italian food, and play with the animals, do goat yoga and stuff. I don't know, but so that's where we're at, and and now I got attention from Angel Studios, who did The Chosen. Here I am binge watching The Chosen at night, 4:00 in the morning. And I said, you know what? Let me see something. I sent my manuscript over to Angel Studios. About 2 months later, they hit me back. They're like, we love this story. It's inspiring. It's great. Let's why don't you film a pilot and we can start pitching this to network. So that's where we're at right now. I'm about 75% done with the second book, which is like a fiction now. And it's going to combine elements from The Chosen, Yellowstone, Lost, Ozark, all these shows kind of coming together and making this big production.
Chef Giuseppe, Lucille C wants to know what came first, the food, the sauce, or the books?
The food, the sauce. Well, the food that I grew up with, then the sauce in the stores. And then while I was, working that company, I was writing the book, the nonfiction, the From Bars to Jars, which is right here. Look at this. Bam.
I don't see it. There we go.
There you go.
So Lottie F wants to know, what can we expect from reading your book?
You're gonna cry. You're gonna laugh. It's a testimony. How I found God. It's about faith. Because I was dead. I was against God for a long time. I was angry. I had some stuff happen to me when I was a child that, to me, it wasn't, very godlike. If God was behind it, I didn't like that God. So I stayed away from the church for about 20-something years, and I was hell on wheels. Just ripping and running, and taking hostages along the way, and I didn't care. And then I was getting lost and drowning myself in my emotions in a bottle or other substances, and it just was self-destructive, until finally I was broken completely. Here I was on top of the world, I thought, with a Grammy coming, and then I got hit by a truck. Now I'm getting hooked on pain pills for the first time. Then all kinds of charges started adding up. That was the beginning of the end right there.
Yes.
But and then I couldn't even get a job at Walmart. I couldn't be bagging groceries. So I got sober, brought some spaghetti and meatballs to a meeting, and they're like, why don't you sell this? This is the best sauce I've ever had. So I said, all right, let me take a look. Let me see what I can do. And within 2 months, I'm already in 7 stores, and
Incredible.
There's no end in sight.
I'll tell you, and I'll tell the world.
You're telling the world right now.
I mentioned a minute ago, I was an altar boy in elementary school. Now, just so you know, I'll age myself. I was born in the 60s. Elementary and middle school was the 70s. high school and college were the 80s for me. So I turned my back on religion and God in the early 80s. And I had my reasons. I won't get into it. I had my reasons. And recently, I have come back to God. And the road that I traveled, and I'm not going to get into it too much right now. The road that I traveled was treacherous and bumpy, and at times touch and go, life and death. And that's not an exaggeration.
Yeah,
it's not an exaggeration. And because of actual practical experience, the road I walked, I believe that there absolutely is a God, and he has a plan for each and every one of us. And there is a reason God waited for Nikki T and Chef Giuseppe to meet when we did. Had the two of us met earlier, had we met too soon, we probably would have joined forces for evil.
right.
And I'm not even joking.
Oh, could you imagine, man?
No.
Yeah.
No. And maybe another show we can explore that.
Yeah.
But God had a plan for you, Chef, and you just told some of it, and how the road you traveled brought you from literally from behind bars, attempted murder charges. Did you tell the kidnap story yet? The Chef Giuseppe was kidnapped. You didn't even get there yet.
Held hostage for 8 hours.
Yeah, for money. They were extorting money from Chef Giuseppe. This guy's story, guys, read the book. Get the book. People, get the book. This is all in the book. Soon to be a movie.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
It is. My life has been a movie. It's been a movie already, and now it.
I mean, listen to what's going on here. So God had a plan for Chef Giuseppe. God had a plan for Nikki T. And then God brings us together at the exact moment we are supposed to meet. And here you got two Italians from up north, both of us living in Charleston, South Carolina. And now here we are talking to you all. And how do I not thank him?
That's right.
Every day.
It's either all a miracle or none of it.
Every day. I'm sorry,
right.
Chef. I stepped on you. Go ahead.
No, it's either all a miracle or none of it is. If I believe it's all a miracle. There's no mistakes in God's world. Once I surrendered, there was a lot of mistakes prior to surrender. A lot of mistakes, but not though. I had to get stopped in my track a bunch of times. Like, wake up, Stunad. You know what I'm saying?
Chef,
that gift. Yes.
Are you doing? I'm reading the comments again. I scrolled too fast. Somebody wanted to know if you're doing a signing.
Yeah, I've been doing signings at the grocery stores, but these books here, if you buy a book today, I'm going to sign it and ship it out. The processing time it takes a little while because, I got to get inventory. And right now I'm making jars at my house now. I don't have the commissary kitchen no more. So I don't have a big inventory. So if you place an order today, it'll take about 7 to 10 days and you'll see it.
Wait, I got to repeat this, people. You order. I'm already eating this one. You order one of these. Look, that's him right there. Look how handsome. You order one of these today. Chef Giuseppe, not some factory. Chef Giuseppe is cooking your sauce that you will get delivered to your front door. Chef Giuseppe himself. He in his kitchen where his wife's going to kill him.
Oh yeah.
If he don't get out soon, his wife's going to murder him. I told him, you ain't cooking in my kitchen. That ain't happening.
Listen, you can't see this, but this kitchen's about as big as a closet. And this is where I started. I was making cases from here, like 6 cases. There's sauce on the cabinets, on the ceiling. My wife has chased me around with a damn squirt bottle,
Wait, now am I saying it right? Lucia E. Yes, Lucia, the childhood. I'm guessing you're a paisan, a cougine, one of the above. I mean, there's things that are lost today. They're like culture. I don't know if it's good or bad. Honestly, if you ask me, I frown upon it. There was like culture was so rich and heritage was so rich. And I grew up, even though I grew up here in the States, I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. It was a very, very Italian culture. It was like from the motherland, from the old country brought here. And there was a respect that the children were taught, that I was taught from a young. Now I was a rebel. Oh, listen, I was not. Don't let me paint this picture like I was a good boy. I was an old boy.
It ain't Saint Nicholas. It ain't Saint
No,
Nicholas.
I was a son of a bitch. Can I say that? I was not.
Yeah.
You gave me a rule, I broke it. But
Gabadost.
But yeah, cabados. Cabados means stick in the head. For those of us that are not paisans, cabados means stick in the head. So there's something lost today, where yes, America is this melting pot, but we're losing. We're losing yesterday, and it's getting further and further in the rearview mirror, and I don't know how I feel about that. Like when I go, eventually I got to go back. God calls me home eventually. When I go, there's going to be so much that I do not have an opportunity to give to the next generation. I try, and they actually push back. You know what I mean? Because it's so different. It's so different from their peer pressure and their friends. And like, I was born in the 60s, and then I'll tell you, mid 60s, and then I'm old, but hey.
Yeah, you're not that old.
I was born in the mid 60s, and some happen, like people born, for me, it's like 1980s, like that's the cutoff. Like if you were born in the 70s, you're still okay. Then you were born in the 80s, then in the 90s, and then after 1995, I almost can't talk to you. I'm like, I don't know what to say, because it's going to be about your feelings, and we're going to talk about pronouns, and I'm like, I don't want to deal with that shit, right. Because sometimes you're wrong. I'm wrong, but you can say, hey, Nick, you're wrong, and I don't cry. I go, okay, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't cry about it. You tell somebody they're wrong, and there's this sense of entitlement. There's this sense of entitlement where they lose their mind. Then they run home and tell their parents, and then for some reason, the authorities get involved.
Right. And like everyone wants to call the cops. Yeah.
Nothing happened. Look, I'm a gym rat. I go to the gym 5-6 times a week. I put a hat on. I put a headset on. I look at my feet the whole time I'm at the gym, because God forbid I wave. Hey, how you doing? Hey, the gym creep. This guy over here, he's looking at my ass. I go, why you Lululemons up your ass? How about can we address that? Can we address the fact that you stretch your pants up to crack your ass? No. I can wear whatever I want. Okay, I'm gonna walk in with a Speedo G-string on.
A banana hammock. Yeah,
banana hammock. Come on, people. I mean,
right.
I have no idea how we started talking about Lululemons up your ass and tomato sauce. But hey, tune in to the show next week.
Right. Yeah, it's like you're asking for trouble. You wear those damn things, Like, what do you want me to do? It's right there.
All right. Lucille is 8. First of all, Nikki said totally. We used to do Sunday dinners and now we don't. Nikki, doesn't that break your heart? Remember sitting around Nona's table, like a table that was big enough for 4, and you had 28 people sitting at a table for 4, and everybody's yelling at everybody, and nobody got upset.
Yeah, and you got the antipas. You got the antipas, the fragelles.
Everybody's yelling about, hey, Minya, over here, over there, pass the bread, pass the this, pass the meatballs, and nobody's feelings. Well, you just rolled with it. Rolled with it. And yeah, so anyway, I'm talking about Nikki. If you guys can read the comments, Nikki. Lucille wants to hear more about the book. Give him a little, Chef Giuseppe, give him a little taste.
Yeah, I mean, so the attempted murder charge, right? Here I was, here I was. I just got out of the hospital. I was out of the hospital 2 weeks. I could barely walk. I definitely couldn't be fighting, and I used to, fight and box and stuff like that. But this day of all days, for some reason, I had a 2-inch pocket knife on me. Okay. I go to the bar that I shouldn't have been at. I'm there for 10 minutes. I'm not even drinking. And some drunk guy is trying to leave. And here I am. I'm putting my cape on. I'm like, oh, no, you can't do that. For God forbid you drive drunk. I'm going to save this guy and I'm going to save the world. I bring him to his trailer park. And then his 300-pound gorilla of a roommate is irate when I walk through the door because I'm supposed to be sharing some 18-year-old bourbon with this guy that I just brought home. Well, we get into a scuffle. I thought they're going to kill me. One of the guy that I brought there took off into another room, thought he's going to get a shotgun. And here I am with a pocket knife halfway down my hand. My fingers bleeding everywhere, dangling. And I got the big guy. I cut him on his arm. Well, the cop shows up. The guy in the other room wasn't getting a shotgun like I thought. He was calling the cops. They show up and they're charging me with attempted murder. And, and 3 weeks prior, I'm with the mayor. I'm like, guys, call the mayor. He'll vouch for me. Nope, that didn't happen. Forget about it. He didn't know me. He didn't know me no more. So that just, a black cloud followed me for the next 5 years. I was pissed. I was angry.
Is there an audio version of the book? Again, I'm reading the people's comments. Is there an audio version of your book?
So this is what happened. So I had AI generate an audio book and I haven't released it. I have it. I could put it out today if I just, the inflection in the dialogues, kind of out of whack, it sounds just like me now. It does. I was impressed, but where they're putting the emotion, it just didn't make sense. So I started recording the audio book. I've got 4 chapters done so far, but it's a pain in the ass. I tell you what, I got to start and stop, every 30 seconds. It's going to take a while to do that.
Hey, look, AI, everybody listening. Yeah, AI is going to put you out of a job. That you Mark crazy old Italian Nicky T's words. Nobody's going to have a job in 5 years. Whatever it is you do today, you're unemployed in 5 years. They're going to have some AI robot that's going to look like you, sound like you, and do the job. And do the job better.
Hey, Nick,
it's finished. It's done.
Electricians are going to be in high demand. They're hiring like 500,000 at some of these AI plants or whatever the hell.
Today they're hiring them until the robot could build another robot.
Right.
I'm watching videos, right? I'm scrolling in his videos, and the video is completely made up. Like the woman's hair is blowing in the wind, and there's a bird flying in the background, and she's talking about, I don't know what she's talking about. And the whole thing doesn't exist. The whole video with the wind blowing and the trees and the birds and the crickets, and there's none of it. It doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? So, and people are like, yeah, AI, and I go, you ever see the movie The Terminator? People, do you people ever see the movie the Arnold Schwarzenegger, The Terminator, or you ever see the movie The Matrix? You ever see these movies about AI? They don't end.
Yeah, what happens when
they don't end on a high note? They don't. It's not like the AI doesn't embrace the humans. The AI goes, we don't need you. You're in the way of us. Could go away. They turned Keanu Reeves into a battery. That's the Matrix. He's sitting in a pod with a thing plugged into the back of his head. He's a battery. And you young guys.
Speaking of the Matrix,
I don't even know what they call you guys anymore. What do they call you? Gen Z? What's after Gen Z?
Gen Z. I think Gen Z.
Is that it? Right? If anybody knows what's after Gen Z, put it in the comments.
Yeah, put it in the comments.
I don't know. And I don't care. How about that? I'm too old. I don't care. Whatever you are. Here's what you are.
There's more.
Here's what you are. You're Gen pain in the ass. That's what you are. Can I say that? No disrespect.
Yeah, why not?
No
disrespect.
No disrespect. Gen pain in the ass. So wait 3 more years and they're gonna turn you into a battery. Remember, Nicky.
But I tell you what though, if you're in business right now and not using it, you're at a disadvantage because like that thing, you could get 10 days worth of work done in 2 hours.
But
On
well,
some
who's
things.
doing the work? Now, all right, let's go with this. Who's doing the work? You're not. There's no human being doing the work. I got some guy showed me this thing. He goes, Nick, read this. I read it. I said, this is fantastic. He goes, yeah, chat ABC or whatever, right? I said, you didn't write this? He said, no. I said, so how? So why are you people paying hundreds of $1,000s a year to go to college now? I mean, I don't get it. Why are you going to college for? To do what? So you could go to chat ABC and they're going to write your papers for you? I don't,
and how do they monitor this
again,
shit?
bro?
Like, how do the professors, people like college kids using AI to do their reports and shit? How does the professor know that, it's not them?
I'll tell you why, because now they got other AI software to tell you that this AI software wrote that AI software. It's ridiculous.
Right.
Lorenzo, Generation Alpha. Is that true, Lorenzo? Did you just make that shit up?
Let me play among the stars.
That's a good song.
That's why I feel like we're in the Twilight Zone. Yeah, I know.
I think Lorenzo.
Hey, when I was making the song,
I think Lorenzo's pulling my chain over here with Generation. I never heard Generation Alpha.
Get the AI to fact.
Lorenzo, when were they born? Last week? Generation Alpha? Seriously, when were they born? 2024? I never heard of that. The last thing I heard was Gen Z and then Gen Pain in the ass. That's all I got. I lost it after Gen Pain in the ass. I don't pay attention no more. I told you, because everybody's feelings get hurt. My feelings are hurt. And my pronoun.
And Lorenzo, I'm reading this question here. The second book. Yeah, there's another book coming. I'm about 75% done, and now that's what the film series is going to be based off. Like, the first book is the backstory, like the preface, like the two main characters. That's it. Just me and my wife. What happened? Getting to this point, we get on the farm. The second book takes place as if we got the investment. It's a $25 million investment for this land, and we get all this stuff going on. And then there's conspiracies and drama, maybe even an AI robot that comes and terrorizes the farm. I don't know yet. It's not done, but it's coming.
We got a bunch more people watching us. Hey, first of all, thank you. Everyone that tuned in.
Yes, thank you. God bless everybody. Thank you.
Chef Giuseppe, Nikki T, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for tuning in this morning.
It means
Between
a lot.
now and next week, we're going to do this again next week. This is unscripted, people.
Right.
This is just two cousins from up north. That's what it is. It's two paisans from up north. We're just ranting and eating. At least I'm eating. Anything you guys want us to address, please put it in the comments. Email the show. Email Chef Giuseppe. I'll address anything. I don't care what you could ask me.
Yeah.
Anything.
Open book.
And I will give you
That's right.
my opinion, which is the only opinion you should have.
Hey, I just put the website in the chat too. If you guys want to see what else is going on and stay updated, please follow us on social media, and then of course the website apostoli.com. And
grazie mille, Lorenzo.
Hey, how do you say you're welcome in Italian? I only knew the bad words in Italian.
Prego, but not the
Prego,
horrible,
okay.
not that company. Don't mention it. But this. All right. So for those of you that are just tuning in, I'm carb loading because I went to the gym at 8 o'clock this morning. I'm carb loading. All I did here was boil up some ziti. I put a little fresh. Wait, I don't want to drop it on my computer. Put a little fresh basil from the backyard. You got people.
Hey, describe the taste.
You got to grow your own basil.
Describe the
people. Don't use that dry shit. That's garbage. Go. Come on. Put a plant in the ground like God intended.
Hey, I don't know if you know like weights and measurements, but I put there's about 70 grams of fresh basil chopped in that jar right there.
All right, listen, I don't know how to hold the jar. I'm an old man. I can't figure this out where the camera is. This stuff right here, I put this on top of the ziti that it took me 20 minutes, 15 minutes to boil. I threw a little fresh basil. And for those of you who
is it al dente?
For those of you, I don't like. Mouchard. Y'all know what
They don't know what that
mouchard
means.
is? You people know what the
I
word
know what
mouchard
mouchard
is? Nikki T's going to teach you what
Like a
mouchard
soft
is.
limp.
Mouchard is when you overcook pasta. Please don't overcook the pasta. You know what al dente means? Al dente means
Little
to
crunch.
the teeth. That's exactly what it means. It means to the teeth. When you bite your pasta, it's supposed to have a little.
Little crunch.
If you make mashed potatoes, I'm gonna smack you. Don't do that. This is a cheese grater, people. For those of us that have no clue what kitchen my mother hit me with one of these too. My mother hit me.
Definitely.
Shit, whatever the woman could reach, I got hit with. This is a hunk of Lowcountry cheese. You take the cheese grater, you go like this, nice on the Lowcountry cheese. It falls down on the pasta.
Like snowflakes.
One more time. Don't get the already grated. Come on, I'm trying to help you people. Don't get the already grated cheese with no flavor, been sitting on the shelf 72 years. The taste is gone. It's over processed. Get a hunk of cheese. Yes. Get a hunk of nice cheese. Spend the money. You're worth it. We don't sell the cheese. I'm not, it's not a plug here. It's Chef Giuseppe. Treat yourself nice. You know, slow down. I'm not going to, no disrespect. I'm not going to knock all the fast food restaurants. That's people, that's not food. You're worth more. You are better than that. You are better than the fast food. Stop with that. Yeah. Take the extra, I mean, literally, take the extra 15, 20 minutes for yourself, for the family. Sit down 2 nights a week. Is that too much to ask for? 2 nights a week and cook something from scratch.
And this is actually healthy for you, Nick. This is healthy.
And everybody goes, I don't know how to cook. Listen, that's bullshit. Learn. You start somewhere. Real fast. What do we got? Now we got no time and I'm on a roll.
We got about 9 minutes. Go ahead.
I was in New York City in the 70s. I'm old. You got to be 13 years old to get a job. This is back in the 70s. You had to be 13 years old. You got this thing called New York City working papers. It was literally an index card that your doctor signed, your mom signed, and the principal of your school signed. That's what it was. And it was called working papers. And you took this index card and you could get a job. And I'll be honest with you, I was making like $3.18 an hour. That's the truth. Wow. That's what I was making. But I had a job. I was making my own money when I was 13 years old. That's a big deal. I was making my own money. I was making a paycheck when I was 13 years old. And I worked in this little, Italian specialty store, this little pork store, Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Oh, yeah. It's still there. It's called Joe's Busy Corner. It's still there. New owners, it's not what it was when I was there, but the store's still there. It's called Joe's Busy Corner in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. There's a shout out to Joe's. The original owner, Joey Nespole. In that little teeny store, I learned how to cook. I was a grunt. And I'd watch. Because
you want to learn.
I wanted to learn. I wanted to know how to do these things. I don't want to rely on everybody. Like, the car don't work. Well, let's call this guy and pay him $9 billion to tighten a screw. He's gonna tighten one screw, charge you $1 billion, tell you it's the shim sham rod. You're gonna go, I don't know. Okay. Well, I'm gonna pay this guy $800,000 to hang a ceiling fan or to hang blinds. This is what this kid called it. What he called the generation? I already forgot. My boy Lorenzo. Gen Alpha. Omega. It's Gen pain in the ass.
Right.
Come on, people. No disrespect.
No disrespect.
Anything you want me to complain about, just let us know. You throw it at me, I'll bitch. What do you got? I'll complain about it.
Well, hey, listen, I'm gonna leave us with this right here. I'm gonna throw up that our fellow paisan. Let's see, where the hell is this thing here? Bam! Check this out.
We talk about each other in our family. I'll call my mother. We talk about the entire family. We talk about my sister. Hey, you talk to Jessica? Yeah, don't call her. It's all. They're having a tough go of it.
Hey, I bet I got family members talking about me right now. Family members that won't talk to me, you know, but they're out there, they're talking. Tell me that don't happen.
I'm the topic of every dinner conversation that I'm not invited at the table to that dinner. It's me. Everybody, oh,
Holding grudges
yeah.
forever.
Hey, listen, I give them something to talk about. I give them something to do. What am I going to tell you?
That's right.
I chose. Today I own my choices. I do. I'm not a victim. There's no victim here. This is what I did. I made some really good choices. I made some horrific choices, but I own my choices and I learned my lessons. I do not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. I learned my lessons, and everyone you meet is a teacher. Some teach us what we should do, and some teach us what we should not do. But everybody is a teacher.
And I think that's a great way to end this up. We're sitting at about an hour. I want to thank everybody. Thank you to Nick. I mean, really, this has been amazing. It's been a blast, and I look forward to next week for sure.
I look forward to everybody next week, and please send in topics so I can complain. I need gasoline to complain. Send it in.
We're fueling the fire.
Love you all.
All right.
Thank you.
God bless. Love y'all. Bye-bye.